welcome to the barn. So, quick project today. This is my Hustler Raptor mower, my zero turn. I bought this a year ago, and it's my first zero turn I've ever owned. And I like it generally very much. It cuts fantastic. I like having the Kawasaki engine. It's been super on the grass. What I don't love so much is the tires that it came with. They leave a lot to be desired. And frankly, I don't know how much of it is the tires versus the zero turn because, like I said, I'm new to a zero turn. But it came with these big bite tires. And they seem to just take a big bite out of my lawn wherever I'm going downhill, especially. They like to slip too. So when I'm on the front yard, which has a little bit of a slope to it, I tend to be going down and then I lose control, and now I'm like power sliding to stay out of the rocks. It's not ideal. So we'll see what this does. But I bought a set of just really basic turf tires. They were only like $45 a piece, maybe. I got them on a discount tire site online. They're even cheaper than at Amazon for like $100 total, shipped to my house. I got 2 of these. So I'm going to take these off and I'm going to put these new turf tires on. And my hope is that they'll be a little bit better. Pretty much everybody that I've seen online commenting on these big bites doesn't like them. So I don't know. I don't know if they're too aggressive, if they're not aggressive enough, but they just don't give me a lot of confidence. And I think it's worth throwing a set of tires on it and going that route. Now I'm going to quickly grab this with my overhead crane setup, which makes life pretty easy for doing stuff like this. And somewhere around here I got my gun. Oh, there it is. Pop this tire off, get to it. Yeah, it looks like it would work fine, but it just leaves these marks. It's kind of frustrating, really. So the toy that we need for this is this little Pittsburgh mini tire changer, which is of course a Harbor Freight purchase. Now, never much figured I needed a tire changer until I started getting flat tires in my lawnmowers, and now I own one. So it's taken me a few years to kind of get halfway decent at changing tires, and I won't say I'm particularly good at it, but I've figured out a few tricks along the way. The first thing that I like to do is just deflate the tire fully. And to do that, I grab one of these nice tire valve remover tools. Back that on out of there. And you grab this bead breaker bar, which attaches onto this nut up here with a little pin. Pop this into place. And go just on the outside of the rim and basically press it down until the bead pops off. And I'm saying, boy, should be easier, but it's like fighting me as always. Sometimes it helps to give this a little bit of a different angle. tire does not have a tube in it. But if you have a tube in it, then you're in for another whole challenge. This thing must have been glued at the factory or something. There it goes. Well, sort of. Usually it's the back side of the tire that gives you more trouble because it's got a bigger shoulder. There it goes. All right. First bead broke. Now, I'm going to take this, flip it over, and fight with that second bead, which, like I mentioned, is the more difficult one. Since loyal watchers of this little channel know when it comes to tires, nothing's ever easy for me. Let's see how this one goes. Put that down. Breaker back together. And we'll start working this back shoulder. Slowly but surely. A little bit of fighting it. If you looked at a cross section of this tire, you'd see that it's kind of got a long straight shoulder, then a divot where the valve stem attaches, and then a small shoulder. The small shoulder was the first one I was fighting with. This is the deep shoulder. I just got to get it to start moving down. That shoulder comes in handy when you're reinflating the tire because you can pull it up on the small shoulder while it's still got enough contact to hold some air on the backside. It'll make more sense eventually. I promise. Wouldn't be one of my videos if it went easy now, would it? Yeah. All right, so since my tire changer hates me, I'm gonna try one more position here. Throw a little bit of my secret weapon, which is invisible glass. I don't know why I use invisible glass. I just figure it's gonna dry and go away. Unlike something that's going to leave a potential residue that might leak later. But I'm sure somebody out there can tell me that there's a much better product to be using on this stuff. I'm sure there's like actual tire bead lube, which is probably what I should be using, but I'm working on a budget of knowledge. I don't have a whole lot of it when it comes to tires. That's what it comes down to. I don't know why this one's being such a pain. Never had a tire be this difficult before. It's gonna be like super tight on there or something. This really was supposed to be a simple challenge. Just a nice, quick video, nothing difficult. Oh, Jesus, this is really getting on my nerves. What other tools do I have floating around here? That's not going to help. Some of this problem is probably because I'm not actually working on a decent stand. Not all the problem, but some of it maybe. Or none of it, I don't know. Stupid tire. hope you enjoyed what I'm sure I'm going to edit into a time lapse. But I do finally have this bead down off the rim. So, back we go to the valve stem side to get this tire coming off the rim. I think it's something with you guys. I'll be honest with you, I already did one of these tires, and then I thought about making this video. And the first one was fine. And it had a tube in it, so it was even harder. This one hates me because I decided to film it. Oh well. Serves me right, trying to show you all what kind of craziness I get up to after work. All right, the easier part is usually breaking this bead off. This requires a little bit of muscle. Hold the tire and spin using the bolts in the middle as the pivot. Same thing. Get the tire up on the upper rib. Just work that right around. Done. Now we grab our shiny new tire. I get my secret weapon back. A little bit of lube on the bead. Generally, I can actually just push this right on without any tools, but sometimes I gotta use the floor. There we go. One bead on. And we grab our bead set. This little groove goes right over the edge of the rim. What I like to do is get the bead started, push it down where I can, make sure it's into the deep part of the groove. So that way, there's room for the tire to stretch over the rim. That's how it's done. Now the last trick is to inflate it. And to do that, I got to turn on the compressor. So this will be a time lapse. I need that valve stem back in there. What tends to work the best here is, like I said, we got the deep side of the tire, which is down below, and then this shorter rim. So I want to keep the pressure on the short rim because it is already on the lower rim. I can already tell it's holding air. Boom. Already got some pressure. Now we're just waiting for this bead to seat. £15 of pressure, just like I like it. And I got some glass cleaner on there, which would bubble if it were leaking, which it's not. Check this side just in case. Not anything to be seen. Just like that, we got fresh new tire. All right, well, that was quick, sort of. I mean, I would say by my standards, it was pretty quick. At least I'm done and out of here tonight, not 2 days from now, like the last tire project. But either way, I'm not going to get a chance to test these tonight. We're running out of daylight, but maybe next time I mow the lawn, I'll bring you guys along for a ride and we'll see what we find. I guess the first thing I need to find is the missing lug nut. It's got to be here somewhere. Oh, there it is. We got it. Get these going. Don't forget my valve stem caps. Put this thing down. All right, there we have it. New tires. Hopefully some more traction. Probably going to lower the air pressure once I know that it's not leaking. 15 pounds is a little bit much for the zero turn. But yeah, thanks for watching. See you next time.